Hey garden friends, and welcome back to Happy Heart Gardens. It is finally time to plant fall brassicas down here in South Alabama, and I am so excited. The fall/winter garden is one of my favorites, and here are some tips and things that I like to do. First thing we have to do is make a space for our brassicas. So I'm going to be taking out these sunflowers because, as you can see, the squirrels are just getting all of them anyways and not leaving anything for me to enjoy. So I'm going to be planting some broccoli in here. So I'm going to take the sunflowers out first. I've already planted a bed over here of some kales and again some more broccoli. I'm going really heavy on broccoli this year because I really want to get a ton of broccoli for the freezer, and it's something that we eat the most of. Your broccolis, kales, that type of thing are heavy feeders. So here's a couple things that I like to do. I'm going to be mixing in some of this composted manure blend from Coast of Maine. This is just a great thing to add into your beds. Gives a little extra nutrition, being that it's the composted manure, gives them a little extra boost. And then the other thing I like to do is mix in some feather meal. You can see that here. So this is a 12-0-0, so that means it's 12 nitrogen, which of course is for green leafy growth. And feather meal is also a good slow release, so it's going to help feed these guys the whole time while they're growing to again just give a nice sustained slow release fertilizer. So now that I've gone ahead and got this guy all amended and worked in with the composted manure and the feather meal, I'm going to go ahead and space these plants out. I only have 6 broccoli plants right now, which is plenty of space for this, but I'm going to mix in some more kales later on, hopefully. But I want to go ahead and get these guys in now because we have some rain coming. So I always try to plant before rain comes. So I'll get these guys planted. In each hole, I'm also going to add in some all-purpose fertilizer along with some worm castings, again, to just give these guys the best start possible. And then I will show you my absolute favorite and best tip for growing brassicas. So we'll just go ahead and get this guy planted. I kind of like to always space them out first. Dig a little hole. You can see these aren't real deep. I got these at the school. So we don't need too much of a hole. I'm going to add in a little bit of the all-purpose fertilizer and a little bit of worm castings because everybody likes some worm castings. And then if these are this is dry, I should have soaked these first, but I didn't realize it until I came out here. I always kind of like to break them up a little bit though on the bottom. And then we're just going to tuck this in here and press it down so we don't have air pockets. We want the roots to have nice contact. And then it's just, whoops, that simple. And I'll go ahead and plant the other ones out, and then I'll show you the next steps that I do with my fall plantings. Once everyone is planted and looking happy, then I like to come in and give everybody a nice layer of straw mulch. And then the final step, insect netting. You may not think of mulching your fall/winter garden, but it's still really important to just maintain moisture, regulate the soil temp, and to help keep the roots insulated. And to me, the most important thing for when you're growing brassicas is insect netting. This is going to really help keep those cabbage moths off of your broccolis, your kales, really anything in that brassica family. And there you have it. She is all covered up, tucked in. Now you may have noticed what I'm using for the little supports. Let me show you over here in the blueberry bed. These are just mesh, like concrete things that I get at Lowe's. They're very reasonable. They're like $5-6. They come in 10 feet lengths, and you can cut them shorter like I've done here with these guys, just because I don't need that much height when growing like broccolis and that kind of thing. You can see I need a couple more clips, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. This is also a really long piece. I've cut them all to fit a 4x8 bed, and I keep saying I'm going to cut them for the 4x4 beds, but I don't because I like to have the versatility of being able to use them for both, and I can always just scrunch them up and it's not a big deal. So hopefully they are happy in here. Like I said, I still have some room for some extra kales and some mustards maybe, on the sides. Well, I don't know, maybe even some more broccoli because I'm really going all in on broccoli, but we'll just see how it goes. Thanks so much for watching, garden friends. I hope you will follow along and watch these guys grow, and hopefully we will get a beautiful harvest here in a few weeks of broccoli and maybe some other things. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time.